Sit down because here comes the calculation that will give you nightmares. If you spend $200 per month on beauty products, which is actually below average, in 1 year that is $2,400. In 5 years, $12,000. In 10 years, $24,000. Do you know what $24,000 invested in fixed income today represents? It is almost half a minimum wage per month just from returns. It is the difference between working until you die or having the option to work only if you want to. But then you ask me, Duchess dollars, so I have to stop taking care of myself and become a Woodstock hippie? Of course not, my dear. I did not get where I am by being sloppy. The secret is being strategic like a war general. It is like being the Hermione Granger of finances instead of the Bellatrix Lestrange of spending. One uses intelligence, the other only creates destruction. The 5 golden rules of the wealthy woman. Now I will teach you the 5 rules that took me from the indebted middle class and put me in the first class of life. Rule 1. The magic mirror. Before buying anything, look in the mirror and ask, do I really need this, or do I just want it because I saw it on some influencer Instagram who does not even pay her own bills? Rule 2. The sacred week. If you really want something, wait 1 week. If you still want it after 7 days, maybe it is worth it. But I bet my pearl necklace that you will not even remember you wanted it. Rule 3. Real money. Only buy with cash. If you do not have the money in your account, you do not have the conditions to buy. Installments are for houses, cars, and emergency surgery, not for lip gloss. Rule 4. ROI. Return on investment. Ask yourself, what is the return on this investment? Will that self-makeup course teach you something you will use for years, or is it just another impulse from your consumerist mind? Rule 5. The Duchess dollars rule, my favorite. For every dollar you spend on beauty, put $1 in savings. If you cannot do this, it is because you are spending more than you should. These rules are not to deprive you of anything. They are to give you power of choice. The difference between necessity and desire is the difference between being free and being a slave to marketing. Listen, my dear. Yesterday, I was having my gourmet morning coffee. You know, that sacred Saturday ritual where I update my spending spreadsheet. When a reflection hit me like a Louboutin to the forehead. The difference between looking rich and being rich is not in what you buy, but in what you do not buy. Are you reading this while you have 3 Sephora installments due on your credit card? Then sit down because here comes the bomb. You know what impresses me more than Elizabeth Taylor diamond collection? The data shows that American women spend on average $315 per year on beauty products. Seems like little, right? But hold on there, princess. That is just the tip of the iceberg of a financial Titanic that is sinking your bank account. Do you remember Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City? That woman who had a closet worthy of a museum but lived in an apartment that my shoe closet is bigger than? Well, my dear, reality knocked on her door like a court officer. She almost lost her house because she spent all her money on Manolo Blahnik shoes instead of investing. In real life, a beautiful woman without saved money is like having an iPhone 15 Pro Max with a cracked screen. It works, everyone sees it as expensive, but everyone also sees that something is very wrong. The rawer reality than sashimi. Stop everything you are doing. What I am going to tell you now will shock you more than discovering that the handsome guy you are flirting with still lives with his mother at 35 years old. Now we are seeing the raw and naked reality. 70% of those in debt in America are women. And do you know why, my dear? Because since we were born, they taught us that our currency in this life is being beautiful, while the boys were raised to accumulate money like dragons guarding gold. It is like this. They play real-life Monopoly while we play The Sims spending virtual money. Except our money is very real, and the consequences are too. Financial atomic bomb. 51% of women wear makeup to boost self-esteem, while the boys are there buying Bitcoin and Nvidia stocks. We are buying self-esteem in L'Oreal jars. They are buying financial freedom. My transformation from poor to powerful. I will tell you a story that embarrasses me to this day. When I was an intern earning $600, I would go to the Mall of America, which is bigger than some European countries, and spend everything buying imported makeup that I saw American YouTubers using. Result? At the end of the month, I was eating ramen with eggs and taking 3 buses to save on fare. I was trying to look like the Americans using American products, living in America, earning minimum wage. It is like wanting a Dubai lifestyle with a Detroit salary. Do you know what changed my life more than finding Mr. Millionaire? It was discovering that while I spent $600, my entire salary, trying to look like the influencers, they were earning millions being paid by the brands. They were not buying, they were selling. It is like discovering that the Real Housewives fight by throwing $3,000 crystal champagne, but you are fighting with the bank manager because of credit card interest. The drama is the same, but the purchasing power is very different. Every Saturday, in my sacred ritual with gourmet coffee, I update my spreadsheet and remember the stupid things I bought when I was young and financially dumb. Stop and think with me. How many products do you have at home that you used once and forgot? How many clothes still have tags? How many makeup courses did you buy and never got past the first class? Each of these items represents money that could be working for you, generating compound interest. What Einstein called the eighth wonder of the world. But the only wonder you are creating is debt growing like cake in the oven. The cruelest truth. More shocking than discovering your credit score. Dear, you know what is the difference between me and an influencer selling a how to be rich course on Instagram? I was really poor enough to break my back. I know what it is like to ask grandma for gel pens for my birthday because they cost $20 and were too expensive. I know what it is like to use the same JanSport backpack for 2 years while the rich girls had a new one every semester. It was precisely because of this that I discovered the truth that nobody wants to tell you. You do not need to choose between being beautiful or rich. The problem is that they taught you that being beautiful is your investment. Lie. Beauty is consumption. Investment is what gives you financial return. The numbers that will give you a heart attack. If you are drinking something, put it down now because you are going to drop everything. Listen, dear. The data I just discovered made me spit out my Dom Perignon champagne. While men invest less than $450 monthly on appearance, women spend, on average, $1,920, equivalent to 54% of salaries. This is scarier than finding Mr. Millionaire wearing white underwear from Walmart. We are literally working to pay to be beautiful, while the boys are using this money we spend on primer to invest in L'Oreal stocks and get richer selling exactly the products we buy. It is as if we were customers and they were business owners. We pay, they profit, we go into debt, they get rich. Do you understand the game, my love? First revelation more explosive than dynamite. Do you know that bullshit talk from Vogue magazine saying that beauty is investment? It is the biggest lie since I will call you later. Investment is something that gives you financial return, not emotional. Did that $400 Tom Ford lipstick you bought last month return any sense to you? Did that $800 keratin treatment increase your salary? No, right? So stop calling expense an investment just because it has a foreign brand. It is like Paris Hilton in the 2000s. She spent $50,000 a month on clothes, but who became a billionaire was her selling perfume, not buying it. The difference between being a consumer and being an investor is the difference between going broke and getting rich. The invisible villains that are making you poor. Now let us talk about the villains you do not even notice that are sucking your bank account like a financial vampire. That innocent $50 purchase at CVS that magically becomes $150. That it is just a little lipstick that becomes 5 lipsticks because since I came all the way here anyway, right? That buy 3 pay for 2 promotion when you did not even need 1. Data that will scare you. 53.7% of Americans spend between $151 to $450 per month on beauty products. And the worst, 62.1% prefer to pay for purchases in installments. People, you are making installment payments for lipstick. You are paying interest on mascara. It is like financing gum in 12 payments. Mathematically, it makes no sense whatsoever. Do you know that $49.90 purchase you made yesterday, just a quick little thing? It became $600 because you took 3 items just to take advantage of free shipping. My love, that was the most expensive shipping in the history of humanity. Relationships and money. The painful truth. Let us talk about a truth that hurts more than laser hair removal without anesthesia. Dear, if you are spending horrors to impress a man who does not even have his own car, you do not need new makeup. You need therapy and a priority list. Poor men love women spending horrors on beauty because they will not pay anything themselves. The bill is always yours, the compliment he gives for free. It is like this. You spend $1,000 at the salon, $400 on makeup, $600 on clothes, and he shows up in flip-flops and a Lakers shirt thinking he is killing it. And you still think it is romantic that he accepts you the way you are, when you spent $2,000 not to be the way you are. If you need to spend a fortune to feel worthy of love, the problem is not your appearance. It is your self-esteem that is lower than Bed Bath & Beyond stock prices. Absurd examples from real-life situations. You will recognize yourself in that time you went to buy shampoo and left with a bag of 3 products because it was on sale. My love, if you had not planned to buy it, it is not a promotion, it is a trap. Or that time you bought 5 nail polishes in similar colors because each one has a different tone. Dear, people will see your nails from 10 feet away. Nobody will notice if it is millennial pink or rose quartz. I know a woman who made 18 installment payments for a Korean skincare kit. 18 payments! By the time she finishes paying, K-beauty will already be out of fashion and North Korea will have become a world power. There are people buying eyebrow courses for $2,000 in installments to invest in their career. My love, if you do not have $2,000 in cash, you do not have the structure to be an entrepreneur yet. The funny thing is that after I started following these rules, I feel more beautiful than when I spent a fortune. Do you know why? Because now when I look in the mirror, I see a woman who has saved money, who has options, who has real power. And power, my dear, is the best cosmetic that exists. It is better than Botox, better than fillers, better than any Instagram filter. Attention, attention, stop everything. Stop everything because now I am going to teach you something worth more than a Hermes Birkin bag. It is not a makeup course or how to conquer rich men. Although that also works, right, love? I myself am living proof. It is the course Look Rich Without Spending Much, which is at promotional launch value because the classes are being released gradually. The truth nobody tells. Looking rich has nothing to do with spending a lot. It has to do with knowing the secret codes, the visual, behavioral, and social codes of women who really have money. Do you know the difference between a truly rich woman and an indebted woman trying to look rich? The truly rich one wears a $300 Egyptian cotton white t-shirt and looks like a million. The indebted one wears a $2,000 dress full of logos and everyone sees she is trying too hard. When this course is complete, the price will go up to full price, without discount. It is like catching the Black Friday promotion, but for your financial life. The link is in the first pinned comment. And no, it is not a cheap affiliate link. It is an investment in your transformation. The question is not whether you want to be beautiful or rich. The question is, do you want to be the woman who has the Prada bag or the woman who buys the entire Prada store? Do you want to be the customer or the business owner? Do you want to pay interest or receive interest? If you like this video and want to learn to be rich without stopping being beautiful, leave that like that costs $0 but is worth millions for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel to receive more tips on how to escape the matrix of female consumerism. And tell me in the comments, beauty costs money. Do you agree or is it an excuse for uncontrolled spending? Your bank account should be beautiful, not just your face. Because money in the account does not come off with micellar water. It stays there earning interest and giving you security. Remember that true luxury is not being able to buy everything. It is having the peace of mind of knowing that you can buy everything, but you choose not to buy because you are too smart to fall for cheap marketing. Until next time, and remember, I was not always rich. I just always knew that being poor was not for me.